Hello from Perth Airport, where we've just arrived by train to the eastern side of the airport. Today we're going to be flying on Rex's inaugural flight to Adelaide aboard their E190. Now Rex departs from Terminal 2 here, so halfway along the walkway we take these elevators down to head into their area. This is more the low-cost terminal here in Perth, with Jetstar recently announcing their move over here in a few months' time. But currently they don't see too much traffic aside from some FIFO flights. But there was still a bit of a queue for check-in though, but after reaching the desk and some sorting out on their end, they were able to issue my onward boarding pass from Adelaide as well. But in fairness to their staff, I doubt they would have dealt with many connecting passengers prior to this launch. Now there isn't much space in this terminal, and the only departure gates are the ones over here. Thankfully it is a connected airside to the larger Terminal 1, where you can also get some good views of the planes, although our ride to Adelaide hasn't been towed in yet. But let's head back along this walkway to our gate. For an airport, it is eerily quiet in here. Rex doesn't serve meals on board, so I picked up some food before we left. I noticed they were setting up some decorations commemorating our inaugural flight, and there were some news crews in here filming some interviews with important people too.
Absolutely thrilled to be here today to celebrate the inaugural Interstate service with Rex Airline. Rex is a well-known airline here in Perth with services across Western Australia and a really strong record for on-time performance and great in-flight service. So we're really pleased to see them expand their capacity with direct services to Adelaide and Melbourne.
Good morning and welcome to Rex flight ZL1212 to Adelaide. Rex now invites all passengers travelling to Adelaide on ZL1212 to board via the general boarding lane.
Boarding the flight, we were given a goodie bag, which we'll look inside once we're on our way. After we all found out which way we had to walk to get in our plane as there wasn't much signage, it was finally time to board the inaugural flight. "7A would be my seat over to Adelaide. Quite a few people were gathering outside as we were pushing back from the stand.
Perth now. We are on the climb to 37,000 feet for a 2-hour and 20-minute flight to Adelaide. Relatively smooth conditions for us expected, with a few tailwinds, so we can generally get a few bumps as well, so we do ask if you are remaining in your seat to keep your seatbelt fastened at all stages. I'm joined up the front by Captain Wayne Ovens, and with an absolutely fantastic cabin crew down the back with Lauren, Helen and LMA. We're here to make our flight as pleasant and comfortable as possible. Primarily, your cabin crew are here for your safety, so please follow any directions and instructions given to you by them. I'll chat to you just prior to top of descending to Adelaide. We'll be updated the arrival time, weather information. Until then, sit back, relax, and a very warm welcome on board. Thank you.
Now let's look inside the goodie bag we were given, which comes inside this very nice, good quality tote bag. Inside we have a nice Rex cap, and in this box is a Rex branded mug, which I'll show you later. We also have a copy of Rex's latest in-flight magazine, which has a special mention of these new routes over to Perth too. There was also a Rex cookie, and what I found most interesting, a branded USB. We also got a magnet celebrating their somewhat recent 20-year anniversary, as well as a useful pen too. In Adelaide, I was able to pick up a spare bag from the return flight to Perth, which I wasn't on. But this one also had a certificate in it, with one commemorating our flight missing from my bag. And here's the mug which I forgot to film on board. The seat was a fairly standard E190 one, having a large but unadjustable tray table, and one decent sized seat back pocket. And the legroom isn't bad either, considering the seat in front is reclined, with this recline on the seat being fine for a regional jet. There's also air vents above, but the cabin was kept pretty cool anyway. The flight was about 70% full, so a lot of people had empty seats next to them, making this quite a comfortable journey. Here are the snacks we were given. The crew were happy for you to take both of them, and would have given you more if you asked, but for these longer transcon flights from Perth, a more substantial offering would have been nice. There were 2 toilets on board, one at the front and another at the back. They were clean and weren't very large, but they didn't feel that cramped either, though I still commend the person who spent nearly 15 minutes in there changing clothes. I often look out for things in the cabin that are worn or broken, but without many things at this seat anyway, the only thing not working was one of my air vents.
We have made up very good time today. We are looking at a landing time of 4 PM local time. There is 1.5 hour time zone change between Perth and Adelaide. A little bit windy and a few rain showers moving through Adelaide at the moment. Temperature is 14 degrees. On behalf of all of us here at National Jet Express and on behalf of Rex, we'd like to thank you very much for travelling on this inaugural service to Adelaide. For those of you remaining in Adelaide, a very safe stay, and for those of you travelling further afield, a very safe, pleasant onward journey. Once again, from all of us, it's a very good afternoon. Thank you.
There were quite a few people lined up along the windows awaiting the arrival of our plane. We were off in no time to some more celebrations happening in the terminal here. We were given this other small goodie bag which contained a postcard and some chocolate. They had a cake and some other important Rex people here in Adelaide celebrating the return flight of this plane, though no customers actually got to eat any of the cake, as all the Rex officials each seemed to take a bit home. We got a better view of our aircraft through the very plane spotter friendly terminal here in Adelaide. Overall, that was a great experience, and Rex certainly knows how to celebrate an inaugural flight. Although I suppose the product on board is fine, I hope they can come up with a more comprehensive food offering for these longer flights in the future.